Good morning. This is Gail from Gail's Place to Craft. I've been asked to do a tutorial on this stocking that I made. It's a little, instead of giving children or teens or whatever a stocking, I decided to make this little stocking for my grandchildren because they're teens or preteens, and putting socks and mitts and whatever, I've been doing it for years. I'd like to do something different. So I made this with little gift cards in it, and it's really adorable. It's got a place for candy as well, and it sort of replaces the traditional stocking. So this one was for my grandson, and now I'm going to make one for my granddaughter. Okay, so I'm going to include the pattern, a link to the pattern, so you can make it. There's 4 pieces. You've got your outer 2 pieces, and then you've got your inner pieces like a book. And these fit with a little bit of room around them so that you can, it can fit together. Okay, so you've got your smaller ones and your larger ones. So the first thing you do is you put your outer ones, which is the cover, together. You just make sure you've got the right ones. Okay, so these are the inner ones. Okay, so you'll get these together first. So you'll lay them down, and after you cut them out, you're going to make sure this little pieces are 1/2 inch, because that's what you want in between the pieces. So what you're going to do is lay them out, and you're going to join them together to make, there's your 1/2 inch there. So you're going to line this up so it makes a 1/2 inch. Okay, so like that. Okay, so, and this one will go like that. That one's a bit tricky at the bottom because it's on an angle. So you're going to take your tape or your glue or whatever you want to do, and you're going to put them together. So we're going to do this one first, the bottom. Push it up here. We'll tape it together. Here's your 1/2 inch here. So we'll just take that. Cut this off. This is a really cute little gift, and you can tailor it to the child. Mine, I put in movie passes for the older one. The younger one doesn't like movie passes, so you go into the movies. So I didn't put any in his. I put other things. Okay, so what I'm going to do, tape. You can use your mat as a guide if you want to make sure it's perfectly straight. So there we go. Make sure this is right. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it on this side because it'll be easier to see. This is your 1/2 inch, so you want to make sure that's perfect with that. There. So there's your 1/2 inch right there. Now, you're going to do the same thing on the bottom. Now, this is where you're going to make sure they're straight, because the bottom piece is a bit tricky because it's slanted. So there you go. There we go. Okay, I can actually even cut this off a bit. Here, I'll cut this off, this extra little piece. Okay, so there's your outside one done. Now your inside one, what you're going to do is you're going to lie it down inside like this, okay? And this one's going to be like this. And you're going to place it where you want it, okay? And then you're going to take some little clips and clip it to the outside, so you make sure you get it perfectly straight, okay? So after you get it in there, I'm going to make sure it's perfectly straight. Okay, so this is right. Okay. Now I'm going to clip it. So so it doesn't move. I'll clip it on the bottom. That way when I glue it, I know it's going to be straight. Okay, so same thing with this one. You're going to get it right. Perfectly straight, so it's in there perfectly with your border all around. Oops. There we go. Here we go. And we clip it to make sure it stays there. It does not move. Oops. I gotta make sure that's straight. There. They join up at the top straight. There. There we go. There. Now you know that the inside is now straight. So what you're going to do, you see the bottom? What I'm going to do is I'm going to clip those to the same size as underneath. Okay. And this one, I'm going to just clip a little bit on an angle. There. Okay. So it'll be like that. And I'll do the same thing with the top, make sure that they're not over the line there. And they are, so I'm going to make sure that I'm going to clip this down a little bit. So this is going to be like this. There. Now you've got it. Okay. So, this one's over a bit. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to tape these ones, and then we're going to put a brad in the middle to hold them, so they will stay. And it's also kind of decorative too. A little bit mucky, but it works. There we go. Doesn't really matter if you use your tape runner because you're going to put a brad in there to make sure it's strong enough. Just being difficult there. Okay, so then I'm going to take my punch here, and I'm going to punch a little hole in the bottom like this, in the middle. And I'm going to do the same at the top. There. I'm going to do two. One, and I'm going to do one up here like this. Then I'm going to take my brads and I'm going to put them in, and your little stocking is done. And then it's just a matter of decorating it any way you like. I happen to use a little bit over too much. I happen to use Echo Park paper. It was really cute paper. But I mean, you can use any Christmas paper you have at hand. There's so many cute ones on the market, but I'm sure, like me, you probably have tons and tons of Christmas paper, and it doesn't take that much. The only thing is you have to remember that when you're doing it, the stockings are you've got some facing one way and some facing the other. So the thing is, you have to make sure when you're cutting them, you remember that. The first time I cut them, I wasn't thinking, and I cut them the same way, and I had to throw them out. Because, like, you see, one faces one way, and one faces the other. So if you cut them the same way, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have white. Anyways, this is this. It goes in here, like this. Tight fit. There we go. Okay, and then the other one, last one, just here. It's a really simple little project. It's a bit mucky, but it's really not hard to do at all. Doesn't want to go through my bread. Cut the hole a bit bigger. There we go. Okay. Then, okay, there you go. There's your stocking. You just fold it up on the little lines there, and when you open it, you can take these off now. You don't need them. It's attached. And there you go. There's your stocking. Okay. And now, what you're going to do is you're going to decide what you want to put on. The pattern that I have, there's a little bump there, but you can just sort of trim it off. It's just because I sort of copied it from the other one. But it does, it's cut to fit so that you have your edge, okay? And remember, the inside ones are a bit smaller. So when you're cutting them, you have to make sure you're using the right size, because in and out on the covers are bigger and in and out on the inside are a bit smaller. Okay, so this is my out. This is going to be my cover. And to get the top part that I made, all I did was put this down and trace around it, and then just cut it off at the bottom so that it fits perfectly. Actually, this could be trimmed a little bit more, which I will do before I put it on. And then the pieces, these pieces here, I'm not sure if I gave them to you or not, but they're not really hard either. You can just put your stocking down and, you know, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? So you can just put your stocking down and trace around and then just draw a little curve. It's not that difficult, okay? Then on the inside, after you get the all the pieces glued down, what you will do is you will decide what you want to do. I mean, these are the things that I did. I did a Santa with a chimney, so when you pull them out, you put your gift card and then you put it back in. And when I did this one, I didn't reinforce it, and I didn't find that it's strong enough. So when I did the next one, what I did is I reinforced the back so that when I push it in and out, it makes it, this one is very sort of flimsy, and I probably will fix it, because you see what happens? I can actually push on it. And I also made this a little bit bigger because it was my first one. Then I have a shopping bag and with a little gift card. And then I have these pieces, which are for candy. All they are is plastic bags with a little topper on top. And this is a little sleigh where you can stick like a thin chocolate bar. And this is a little bag. And this is a little topper. But if you look underneath, it's just a little, one of those little bags with candies. And then the next one is a gift card, and it's the same thing. It's too thin, so the next time I put I put 2 layers on it. And this is a gaming, And because he doesn't go to the movies or anything, I gave him 2 gaming cards. There'll be 2 cards, one here and one here as well. Basically, that's it. You can do anything you want with the middle. This is the movie one that I'm doing for my granddaughter. And you can do anything you want. You just, whatever your child or your adult child is into, you could put anything you want into it. I just thought it would be a change, something different for the kids rather than a stocking full of mitts and whatever. What do you give a teenager? It's really difficult. And I mean, gift cards to like McDonald's or any of those places. I mean, when you figure what you're spending for a whole bunch of other stuff that they probably won't use and don't need, this would be a lot more fun for them. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I explained it properly. And there will be a link at the bottom for the graphics if you want to use them. Not the paper, but the little pieces. And definitely the patterns. And if you have any questions, you can send me a line. Anyways, I hope you all have a really nice holiday. I probably won't be doing any more tutorials till after Christmas because I'm really busy. I have company for 2 weeks over the holidays and everybody's busy anyway. So we'll see you then. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.